everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am MatsyaSetu and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 23rd and 24th of August 2022. Yesterday I couldn't take the class due to some reason, but nothing to worry about. Today we'll be covering the current affairs and the news from both the days. And that's why we have to avoid our revision section for today only, because otherwise the video would be too long, okay? So first of all, we'll be seeing the current affairs from 23rd of August. Let's see. Which is the first Har Ghar Jal certified state in India? So Goa has become the first state in the country which has become the Har Ghar Jal certified. And Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu also became Har Ghar Jal certified union territories. Okay. Actually, Jal Jeevan Mission was launched in the year 2019, which aims to provide potable tap water supply in adequate quantity of prescribed quality and on regular and long-term basis to every rural household of the country by the year 2024. Okay, and 10 crore rural household of the country have been connected to the facility of clean water through pipes. Fine. So if the question talks about state, answer would be Goa, and for union territories, answer would be Dadra and Nagar Haveli along with Daman and Diu. Next is, where was India's first double-decker AC electric bus unveiled? So Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari has recently launched India's very first double-decker AC electric bus in Mumbai. And Switch, which is a subsidiary of Ashok Leyland, has unveiled this India's very first electric double-decker air conditioner bus named as Switch EIV 22. Okay, so it is the first semi-low floor air conditioned electric double-decker with wider door on rear overhang and a rear staircase. Only thing you have to remember is India's very first double-decker AC electric bus has recently been unveiled in Mumbai. Next is, what is the name of the online marketplace feature of the MatsyaSetu mobile application which was recently launched? So our Union Minister for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Mr. Purushottam Rupala, has launched the online marketplace feature named as Aqua Bazaar in the MatsyaSetu mobile application during the general body meeting of the National Fisheries Development Board. And this application was developed by Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Central Institute of Freshwater Aquaculture, Bhubaneswar, through the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Okay, so MatsyaSetu application was developed to disseminate the latest freshwater aquaculture technologies to the aqua farmers of the country. Fine. So the name of this online marketplace feature of MatsyaSetu mobile application is Aqua Bazaar. Next is, which state government has announced to set up Gramin Ajivika parks, that is rural industrial parks? So the government of Chhattisgarh has announced to set up the rural industrial parks in the state. And for this purpose, Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel announced that the project will be launched on Gandhi Jayanti, and it aims to strengthen the rural economy and make the Gauthan, or you can say the cattle shed, a center of livelihood. And under the program, in the first year, there will be 300 rural industrial parks, and the first such park in Chhattisgarh came up in Kanker district, which has been named Gandhi Gram. Okay, so correct answer would be the state government of Chhattisgarh. When is the World Photography Day celebrated? So this day is celebrated on 19th of August every year, and ancient Chinese and the Greeks knew the earliest methods to project an image on a screen with a pinhole setup. Fine. So only thing important is World Photography Day is observed on 19th of August. Which country announced a $775 million aid package to the country? Ukraine. So US for the very first time has announced that it will provide $775 million aid package to the country Ukraine so as to fight against Russian forces. And this help includes, for example, Scan Eagle surveillance drones. Second is micro resistance ambush protected vehicles, which are known as MRAPs, with mine clearing rollers. Third is anti-armor rounds, and fourth is howitzer weapons, etc. Okay, so USA would provide $775 million help to the country Ukraine. Next is which countries are included in the CHIP 4 meeting along with the country USA. Actually, CHIP 4 meeting is a meeting of the 4 chip manufacturing nations, which are these: US, Taiwan, South Korea and Japan. Okay, so however, Taiwan announced that it has not been informed about the CHIP 4 meeting, but Taiwan is a major semiconductor producer and home to the world's largest contract chip maker. And this group is described as the US-led group of major microchip manufacturer. Okay, so which countries are included in this? USA, Taiwan, South Korea and Japan. Fine. Which Indian Defence Public Sector Unit signed Memorandum of Understanding to establish the office in Kuala Lumpur? So Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has signed this Memorandum of Understanding for establishing an office in Kuala Lumpur in the country Malaysia. Okay, so with this new office in Malaysia, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited can tap new business opportunities for fighter lead-in trainer, light combat aircraft and other requirements of Royal Malaysian Air Force. Okay, so now onward, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited will establish their one of the offices in Kuala Lumpur. Dahi Handi has been announced as the official sport of which particular state? So Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Eknath Shinde, has announced that Dahi Handi will be recognized as an official sport in the state. And the Govindas who participate will get the jobs under the sports category, and the state will provide the life insurance cover of 10 lakh rupees for all the participants and insurance of 5 lakh rupees if they end up being partially handicapped. So Dahi Handi, also known as Gopal Kala, is a ritual that is held during Janmashtami festival. Okay, so now it is the official sport of Maharashtra state. Talking about Maharashtra state, who is the Deputy Chief Minister? Answer would be Devendra Fadnavis. You have to tell me who is the Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister of the state Bihar. Do let me know in the comments. Next is which financial services company has appointed 4 Indian badminton stars as its brand ambassadors? So MasterCard has partnered with Indian badminton stars. Who are these? First is Lakshya Sen, second is Kidambi Shrikant, then third is Satvik Raj Rankireddy, and fourth is Chirag Shetty. Okay, so MasterCard has appointed them as their brand ambassadors in India. So the winners of the Thomas Cup 2022 and Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games will spread awareness about the safety, security and convenience of the digital payments in India, right? So correct answer is MasterCard. Names are also important. Who is the author of the autobiography titled as Madam Sir? So Madam Sir is the autobiography of Manjari Jarohar, who is one of the first 5 women police officers in India. And she is the recipient of the Government of India's Police Medal for Meritorious Service. And she was also the first woman police officer from the state of Bihar when she was selected for the IPS in the year 1976. She retired as Special Director General of CISF, and she is presently an advisor to the Tata Consultancy Services. Okay, so this is the autobiography of Manjari Jarohar. VINBAX 2022 is Vietnam's first training exercise with a foreign army held with which country? So Vietnam-India bilateral army exercise named as VINBAX 2022 concluded at Chandi Mandir in the state of Haryana with a disaster relief demonstration and an equipment display. So it was the first time that Vietnam People's Army was undertaking a field training exercise with any foreign army. And the next edition of this VINBAX will be hosted in Vietnam in the year 2023. Okay, so 2 things are important. VINBAX is the exercise between India and Vietnam, and for this year venue was Haryana state. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs from 23rd of August, and now we'll come to 24th of August. First question says, which company has developed India's first indigenously developed RT-PCR kit for testing the monkeypox disease? So India's first indigenously developed RT-PCR kit for testing the monkeypox disease has been developed by Transasia Biomedical. And this kit was recently unveiled by Principal Scientific Advisor to the center. Who's that? Mr. Ajay Kumar Sood. So according to the World Health Organization, monkeypox is a virus that is transmitted to humans from animals. And the symptoms are very similar to smallpox but clinically less severe. Okay. Next is Artemis III is the crewed moon landing mission of which country? So this is the crewed moon landing mission of the US Space Agency, NASA. And under the mission, NASA has planned to send the first woman and person of color to the moon. And it is scheduled for its launch in 2025. So NASA has recently announced 13 potential landing sites for the missions, which are in proximity to the lunar south pole. And each site is scientifically significant because the lunar south pole is unexplored by humans currently, and it has some regions that are rich in resources as well. Okay, so Artemis is the crewed moon landing mission of the country USA. Which is the venue of the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas 2023? So External Affairs Ministry of India has announced that the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas 2023 will be held at Indore from Madhya Pradesh in the month of January in 2023. And Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is celebrated every year on 9th of January to mark the contribution of overseas Indian community in the development of India. And also it commemorates the return of Mahatma Gandhi from the country South Africa to India on the same day in the year 1915, right? So correct answer would be Indore. Manisha Kalyan, who was seen in the news recently, plays which sports? So young Indian footballer Manisha Kalyan recently became the first Indian footballer to play at the UEFA Women's Championship League. Okay, and she made her debut for the Apollon Ladies FC in the European club competition in Cyprus. And she has also become the 4th Indian woman footballer to sign for an overseas club. So recently she was awarded the AIFF Women's Footballer of the Year for 2021 to 22. Correct answer would be football. You have to tell me who has been awarded with AIFF Men's Footballer of the Year for this session. Do let me know in the comments. When is the Akshay Urja Divas celebrated in India? So every year 20th of August is observed as the Akshay Urja Divas to raise awareness on the development and efficient use of renewable energy in India. And this day also commemorates the birth anniversary of the former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. And this day was first organized by the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh in the year 2004. Also, don't forget that World Mosquito Day is also observed on the same day, means on 20th of August every year, and it commemorates the discovery of female Anopheline mosquitoes as responsible for the transmission of malaria parasite in humans by Sir Ronald Ross in the year 1897. Okay. Next is Kukrail Forest area, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which state or the Union Territory? So Uttar Pradesh Cabinet has approved a night safari park in the Lucknow district's Kukrail Forest area. And under the project, the government will establish a zoological park. The government will establish a zoological park and the night safari in the 2027 hectares forest in the forest area. And Uttar Pradesh government has identified 56 ecotourism sites in the state's 56 district under its one district, one destination scheme. Why? To boost ecotourism and increase the employment opportunities. Okay. So this forest area was in news, that's why, and it lies in Uttar Pradesh. The Border Road Organization's pilot steel slag road is to be built in which state? So BRO has planned to build steel slag road in Arunachal Pradesh on a pilot project basis. And this steel slag road, which can survive heavy rain and difficult weather condition, is the first of its kind project of the Border Roads Organization. And this road project will help to connect the strategic locations in the northeast India. Fine. Which state accounted for the highest share in the total cost of project sanctioned by the banks and financial institutions in 2021 to 22? So Rajasthan has accounted for the highest share in the total cost of project sanctioned by the banks and financial institution for this time period. And as per an article that was published in RBI Bulletin, Rajasthan has retained the top place for 2 consecutive years, and then it was followed by Uttar Pradesh and then Gujarat. And the share of the top 5 states, means Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, after that Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, have increased to more than 50% during the last 2 years. Okay, so the first state that has accounted the highest share in the total cost of project sanctioned by the banks and other financial institution is the state Rajasthan. Which Indian state launched Krishna Kunj plantation drive? So Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh state, Bhupesh Baghel, has recently launched a plantation drive named as Krishna Kunj. And this scheme was launched on the occasion of Janmashtami, and it aims at creating the urban forest that comprises of culturally significant and other useful trees across the state. Fine. So Krishna Kunj plantation drive has been launched by the state Chhattisgarh. Which company has commissioned a new green hydrogen plant at Hazira in the state of Gujarat? So engineering major Larsen and Toubro commissioned a new green hydrogen plant at Hazira in the state of Gujarat, and this company signed a joint venture with Indian Oil Corporation and Renew Power for the production of this green hydrogen. So this plant will produce 45 kgs of the green hydrogen daily, which will be used for consumption in the company's Hazira manufacturing complex. Okay, so answer would be Larsen and Toubro. Bibi My Story is the title of the memoir of which country's former prime minister? So this is the title of the memoir of Israel's former prime minister. Who's that? Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu. And it is said to be published in November this year. And the country is also set to hold its parliamentary elections in the month of November in its first week. And also he is known for his books, for example, A Durable Peace and Fighting Terrorism. Okay, so this is the book of Benjamin Netanyahu. Next is Which state has proposed an idea of providing kitchen garden to tackle stunting and anemia? So Odisha's Keonjhar has a high number of children with stunted growth and pregnant women with anemia. And after rise in stunting and anemia in lakhs of families, the Odisha government has finally planned to provide kitchen garden and the poultry farms so that these targeted households would have access to the nutritious food. Okay, so correct answer would be Odisha. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we'll meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Sana signing off.